We will not run in the rain. It's a no-no.
Black people don't do the royal wedding, the whole Prince Kate Middleton thingy. I don't think my interest in it was like zero.
Black folks don't wear skinny jeans.
Oh yeah, a lot of them don't like experimenting with food. You know, like you take a girl out and you say, hey, you know, this is some other kind of food. It's like if it's not chicken or whatever, they don't want it.
It's not a conversation that's usually talked about in the Black household. It's like, well, this is what we eat, and if people have a problem with it, but there's also not like exercise taking place.
I do everything. I do everything, and I'm Black.
Black folk don't do yoga. I kind of don't think it's seen all the time as an exercise.
I don't really know any Black people who continuously do yoga, and I definitely don't do it.
I don't agree that Black people do not do yoga.
We do. We're doing it right now. Om. I just made up a new yoga move, the cross Om.
Black folks don't do yoga. I don't do yoga. I have bad knees, so I can't do yoga.
I think Black folk do yoga. I don't do a whole lot of yoga, but at the times that I've done yoga, I'm not the only one.
I've never really heard any of my Black friends, any other Black folk that I know talk about yoga at all. Yoga who?
I like doing yoga. All of my friends really like yoga as well. The majority of my friends are Black girls my age. You know, at your new age Black folks.
Kevin Powell, I follow his Twitter, and he's loving the Bikram, and I think Cory Booker's talked about yoga, and Russell Simmons, of course.
I just felt like it was just something that was so natural to me. So I just started doing it and started loving it. Next thing you know, I had been teaching for like 8-9 years.
I have done yoga, and the only reason that I've even remotely done yoga is because my girlfriend and other females in my life previously have, I would say, forced me, dragged me, kicking and screaming to go do yoga with them. I mean, otherwise, I don't really see why I would be doing that at all. And all the yoga classes that I've been to, again, I've been the only brother there. So Black folk really don't do yoga.
I do yoga in part, and I haven't done it regularly in a while. But my sister, not only does she do yoga, she runs a yoga studio in Lansing, Michigan, in the hood.
I think a lot of Black people look at it as sort of a hippie, weird white people thing. Like, why would you go in a room that's 150 degrees and stretch and bend?
I feel like a lot of Black people also don't do yoga and a lot of other exercises because of their hair as well. I think it's a dedication to go into a hot class just for an hour or 90 minutes to mess up your do that you've spent so much money on.
I also think it's a generational thing. Like, I tried to take my mom to a yoga class, and she was just not having it. She felt awkward, had to take her shoes off. It was not something that she was very into.
Well, I disagree with that because I've become a fan of yoga. I even did that Bikram yoga for 6 weeks. God, I was really hot. Oh!
I believe Black folks do yoga. Maybe not the ones from the urban community and stuff like that, but from the rest of the areas in the world, yeah, Black folks do yoga.
But not enough Black people do yoga.
Depending on where they live, yoga's not necessarily in their school or in their neighborhood, to be honest with you. Like, let's take Harlem, for example. There's nowhere near as many yoga studios, if at all, except Bikram, as there are downtown.
It's not something that's really supported in the Black community, and it's advertised and marketed towards upper-class white women.
I've had Black people actually tell me that they don't like to take classes from skinny white teachers. Something just to put out there, because maybe of their body type. You know, we have all different shapes and things like that, and if somebody's a bit more voluptuous, they might feel intimidated to take a class from a blonde, skinny white woman.
The image that's projected by yoga in the US is of relatively upper-class white women doing this thing to get down. And it's also ironic because yoga comes out of a tradition of super accessibility to everyone. It was not a classist or elitist thing, but it's institutionalization in the U.S. has been very, money driven.
Sometimes they literally don't have the money. Sometimes I don't know if the average black person, and again, I don't want to stereotype, but based on how a lot of us have been conditioned, think that it's worth $18 a class to take a class.
But I think that the black community really needs yoga for so many different reasons, and especially because of our health. A lot of us have high blood pressure, and we're at risk for a stroke and diabetes, and the benefits of yoga would be powerful.
They opened up a Bikram yoga on 145th Street. And there was old ladies in there. The one lady was talking about, baby, I couldn't walk down the stairs. And I've been coming here for 2 months, and now I can, go up and down the stairs. And there was another lady, and they come religiously at 6:30 in the morning. And these are older ladies, retired ladies.
And when you think about what yoga does, it's not just this elite statement of status. It's a journey that you're taking. It's a centering. It's a calming. It's a stress reliever. And who needs more stress relief in America than black folk? Right? We've been through a lot.
My name is Erica Robinson. I'm from Queens, New York. I live in Harlem now. I feel like I kind of have this vision like there's going to be a second renaissance and I don't want to miss it. I just really want to be a part of it. And I realized, maybe I'm that person to open up the studio in Harlem. I have talked to people in the neighborhood about the studio, and they are always very happy and excited. We're going to inhale the left arm above the left ear. I would see somebody coming out of the subway with, say, a yoga mat. They'd be like, thank you so much for telling me. Like, their reactions would be more than I expected, which proves to me that we need this in the neighborhood. No collapsing of the chest, and then maybe you stack the left at the top. There are some people who I think were very hesitant to open up something in Harlem because they feel, once again, black people don't do this sort of thing. So I really wanted to step outside of the box and say, well, no, we do. Allowing the thoughts in your